This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Buying a car shouldn't eat up your week. That's why Carvana made it convenient. Car buying that fits around your life, not the other way around. You can get pre-qualified for an auto loan in just a couple of minutes and browse thousands of quality car options, all within your terms, all online, all on your schedule. Turn car buying into a few clicks and not a full week's endeavor. Finance and buy your car at your convenience on
Carvana.
Financing subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply.
At Strayer University, we help students like you go from, is it possible, to anything is possible by offering access to up to 10 no-cost gen ed courses, so you can reach your goals affordably and fast. Visit strayer.edu to learn more. No-cost gen eds provided by Strayer University affiliate Sophia. Eligibility rules apply. Connect with us for details. Strayer University is certified to operate in Virginia by Chev and has many campuses, including at 2121 15th Street North in Arlington, Virginia.
This episode is brought to you by Dogfish Head Craft Brewery. The Grateful Dead and Dogfish Head have gotten the band back together with the release of Grateful Dead Juicy Pale Ale, a light-bodied pale ale brewed with sustainable Kernza grains, granola, and heaps of good karma for a refreshing brew that's music to your taste buds. Available nationwide. Visit dogfish.com to find Grateful Dead Juicy Pale Ale in your neck of the woods. Dogfish Head Craft Brewery is located in Milton, Delaware. Please drink responsibly.
Living with schizophrenia isn't easy, especially when you're not getting relief from some of your symptoms. It can be hard when you're still dealing with symptoms, like hearing voices or seeing things that aren't there. And negative symptoms, like feeling unmotivated or avoiding social situations. If this sounds familiar, it might be time to talk to your healthcare provider and explore a different kind of schizophrenia treatment. Discover your possibilities at treatingscz.com.
We see you getting after your fitness goals. But what about those money goals? You can count on Credit Karma for a clear view of your finances and your progress, helping you see results so you can keep checking off those financial personal bests and find your way to money. Progress never felt so good. Download the Intuit Credit Karma app and start achieving your money goals today. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Knowing you could be saving money for the things you really want, like that dream house or ride, is a great feeling. That's why the State Farm Personal Price Plan can help you save when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
This episode is brought to you by Polestar. There's only one true way to experience the all-electric luxury SUV Polestar 3, and that's to take a test drive. It can go from 0 to 60 in as little as 4.8 seconds with the dynamic handling of a sports car. But to truly understand how it commands the road, you need to be behind the wheel. Up to 350 miles of range, the 3D surround sound system by Bowers & Wilkins. It's all something you have to experience to believe. So book your test drive for Polestar 3 today at polestar.com.
If you went on a road trip and you didn't stop for a Big Mac or drop a crispy fry between the car seats or use your McDonald's bag as a placemat, then that wasn't a road trip. It was just a really long drive. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
This article explores how compassionate leadership can thrive even within organizations primarily focused on results and profits. It defines compassionate leadership as understanding employees holistically and building trusting relationships. While compassion can clash with short-term, numbers-driven cultures, the article outlines strategies compassionate managers can use. These include developing emotional intelligence, leading by example, refining metrics beyond outputs, establishing compassionate processes, and cultivating social support. Specific industry examples show compassionate leadership in healthcare, higher education, and tech startups. The article concludes that cultivating emotional intelligence and holistic well-being metrics can help shift mindsets to recognize sustainable success depends on sustainable, cared-for workforces. Compassion makes both cultural and business sense by valuing people fully within demanding work environments. In today's results-driven business landscape, prioritizing productivity and profits can often come at the expense of humanity. Organizations seeking ever greater efficiencies risk overlooking the people powering their success. While bottom lines remain crucial, so too are the well-being, welfare, and worth of employees. This is where compassionate managers play a pivotal role, advocating for a balanced approach recognizing both business and human needs. However, showing empathy and care in uncaring organizations comes with challenges. Today we will explore research-backed strategies compassionate leaders can employ to lead with heart even when surrounding systems seem heartless. Defining compassionate leadership before delving into how to stay caring in uncaring environments. It is important to define compassionate leadership. Compassion concerns feeling with and for others in their suffering, coupled with a strong motivation to relieve it, gets it all. 2010.
On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages. Whether it's a voice call, message, or sending a password. To WhatsApp, it's all just this. So whether you're sharing the streaming password in the family chat or trading those late-night voice messages that could basically become a podcast, your personal messages stay between you, your friends, and your family. No one else. Not even us. WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
Amazon One Medical presents Painful Thoughts.
I've been on hold to make a doctor's appointment for 23 minutes now. The automated voice has told me 47 times that my call is very important to them. I'm starting to think that they don't think my call is important at all.
With Amazon One Medical 24/7 virtual care, you'll get help fast without having to remain on the line to make an appointment. Amazon One Medical. Healthcare just got less painful.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
Compassionate leaders demonstrate this by understanding employees holistically, seeing challenges through their eyes rather than just as productivity issues. They build trusting relationships where people feel heard, respected and inspired to bring their best selves to work. Croft and Keeler. 2009. Research suggests compassionate leadership enhances morale, motivation and performance. Van Dierendonk, 2011. Challenges of compassion in uncaring systems. Compassionate ways of leading can clash with results-oriented cultures where productivity trumps other priorities. Heartless organizations risk defining worth primarily by outputs and metrics. Sikirka and Boghossian. 2007. This disregards human factors like well-being, balance, and growth. Gardner et al. 2005. 3 key challenges compassionate managers may face include resistance to soft approaches, more hardened. Numbers-driven mindsets may resist softer, compassionate methods as unimportant distractions from what really matters, i.e. profits. This mindset perceives caring too much about people as counterproductive and inefficient. Sikirka and Boghossian. 2007. Short-term thinking, quarterly reporting pressures push focus towards immediate gains over sustainable success. Balancing multiple priorities. Gardner et al. 2005. Compassion requiring long-term perspectives on developing people can seem at odds with this short-termism. Prioritizing profits over people, when organizational culture and KPIs center profit above all else. Treating employees as resources rather than individuals gets normalized. Sikirka and Boghossian. 2007. This hinders valuing their whole selves beyond contribution to the bottom line. Building empathy through emotional intelligence to navigate challenges and stay caring amid uncaring contexts. Research highlights the importance of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence concerns self and social awareness alongside abilities to understand and manage emotions. Goldman. 2006. Studies link higher emotional intelligence to more compassionate leadership. Croft and Keeler, 2009. For key EI competencies can help compassionate managers lead with empathy even in unfeeling environments, self-awareness, understanding one's values and strengths, weaknesses better equipped to manage internal reactions and advocate principles constructively. Social awareness, seeing perspectives of others develops understanding of employees as whole people versus mere workers. Self-management, regulating one's own emotions aids remaining caring under pressure from uncaring systems. Relationship management, handling others' emotions wisely fosters trusting connections where people feel heard and respected. Cultivating these competencies through reflection and professional development arms compassionate leaders with the inner resources to face challenges empathetically. Practical strategies for compassionate managers beyond developing emotional intelligence. Research suggests specific practical strategies compassionate leaders can apply even within unfeeling work cultures. Lead by example, model compassion through actions like listening without judgment, showing vulnerability when appropriate, and advocating a balanced approach considering people and profits. Croft and Keeler. 2009. Leading with heart inspires others to follow suit. Refine metrics, challenge metrics over emphasizing numbers by including markers of employee well-being, development and autonomy. Track factors like engagement, learning, and work-life balance. Gardner et al. 2005. Establish compassionate processes, institutionalize compassion through practices welcoming feedback, acknowledging humanity in mistakes and supporting struggles empathetically rather than punitively. Siklerka and Bagozzi. 2007. Cultivate social support, foster an us against the uncaring system mentality through team building and support networks mitigating isolation people may experience. Use groups to brainstorm strategies overcoming challenges together. Croft and Keeler, 2009. Lobby for long-term perspectives, advocate the long view recognizing sustainable results stem from sustainable, cared-for workforces. Cite research that healthy, developed employees boost innovation and productivity for years rather than just quarters. Gardner et al. 2005. Care for one's own well-being, manage stress and avoid burnout by practicing self-care. Maintaining perspective and recognizing limitations of any one person to change a system. Prioritize renewable energy to sustain empathy over the long run. Croft and Keeler, 2009. Industry examples. The examples below apply these strategies across different industries to illustrate compassionate leadership in action. Compassion in healthcare. Nowhere faces tougher challenges balancing humanity and efficiency than healthcare. While caring for patients, hospitals also face budget constraints, regulatory pressures and throughput expectations. Compassionate nurse managers can lead the way in holistic care through refining metrics. Instead of exclusively tracking patient volumes treated or beds turned over. Include indicators like patient satisfaction, staff well-being, and preventable mistakes. Benchmarking against these balanced measures recognizes value in time for compassionate care and support limiting burnout. At a rural Midwest hospital, one nurse manager challenged traditional productivity metrics by measuring quality of shift through rounds asking staff how supported and able to care they felt that day. Numbers showed days with higher well-being strongly correlated to fewer infections and readmissions. Results convinced administrators focusing on the whole shift via compassion boosted both humanity and outcomes far beyond short-term volume targets. This reframed organizational thinking around balanced priorities. Showing heart in higher ed. University faculty face dual expectations of research, publishing productivity alongside caring teaching missions. Compassionate department chairs can role model balance through vulnerable transparency. During staff meetings, one chair shares struggles like article rejections or family issues impacting work. This builds trust, letting hard-driving professors know caring leadership understands humanity within academics. The chair also cultivates social support by monthly discussion groups where attendees feel heard, venting challenges and celebrating wins. Groups foster camaraderie, mitigating isolation pressures to publish may cause. Faculty well-being and collaboration have both increased as colleagues feel part of a caring team versus cogs in an output-driven machine. Students also benefit from profs experiencing university life holistically rather than as automaton, research or perish systems. Demonstrating compassion in tech. Fast-paced tech startups often prioritize speed and disruption over humane workplace cultures. But compassionate managers can lead change by appealing to long-term perspectives. One manager leveraged buy-in from executives by showing burnout severely undercuts ideation, crucial for sustained innovation. The manager instituted no-meeting Wednesdays and encouraged staffers to use flexible hours, balancing work with self-care like exercise classes or family time. Retention doubled as employees felt trusted autonomy over schedules. Importantly, the manager modeled self-care by leaving at reasonable hours despite late nights elsewhere in the startup. Workers responded with renewed passion and creativity, flourishing outside of grueling routines. Increased morale and purpose have boosted productivity while fostering sustainability lacking in previous boom or bust company trajectories. Compassion built the groundwork for maintaining a vibrant culture, powering success for years ahead. Conclusion: remaining caring when systems seem heartless presents nuanced challenges. But research and examples demonstrate compassionate leadership's potential for positively impacting organizations and individuals alike. Cultivating emotional intelligence and reframing metrics around holistic well-being represent hopeful starting points. Regardless of industry pressures, every workplace stands to benefit from managers advocating balanced, sustainable and humanity-focused approaches to success over the long haul. While change takes perseverance, small acts of empathy can go far towards shifting mindsets and empowering others to lead with care. In the end, compassion makes both good business sense and cultural sense by recognizing people as complex beings deserving respect within demanding environments.